it's your girl Shira, and I am back with another video. As you can see by the title, I should have kind of did this video first before my birthday vlog, but we just gonna keep going, okay? So I'm going to do a kind of a get to know me type of video. I have just a list of questions that I know that most people would ask if you're trying to like get to know somebody. So I just kind of drew up some questions that I know I can ask, and I'm going to be answering those questions here for you guys. We're just gonna jump right into it. Ain't no more talking, we're just gonna get into it. Get to know the real me. So question number 1, where are you from and where do you live now? I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home of the Philadelphia Eagles. Ignore my shirt, even though this is basketball, this is Miami. Yeah, I'm from Philly. I'm from Philadelphia. That's my home city. I currently live there now, and that's where I reside. Plan on moving in June, but I'm gonna do another video about that. But yeah, I'm from Philly. And 2, when is your birthday and what zodiac sign are you? My birthday is in January 15th. Shout out to Martin Luther King. But anyway, my birthday is in January 15th, and my zodiac sign is Capricorn. Shout out to all my cats out there. How many siblings do you have? And are y'all close? I have 3 siblings. It's 4 of us all together. I'm number 3 in the line. So it's my older brother Isaiah, my sister Dion, and it's me. Then it's my little brother Joshua. And are we close? I say now we have pretty much a solid relationship. You know, we might argue about different things, but we pretty much have like a good solid foundation as far as sibling love and showing each other love. Even though we can do a little bit more, but I feel like we have a solid relationship now that we're older, more mature. And yeah, name 3 things on your bucket list. All right, 3 things that I want to do for sure. I want to learn how to play an instrument, preferably keyboard or either guitar, one or the other, because I feel like those instruments just speak to me in like a whole nother way. I want to learn an instrument. I want to travel out of the country. I plan on doing that actually in this summer, so I'm actually going to cross that off my bucket list. And another thing, just like do something I never did before, like something that I always wanted to do a pottery class or take one, like something like that, something that I know I would want to do but just didn't get a chance to. Definitely want to do that for sure. Describe yourself in 3 words. All right, so even though it's gonna take more than 3 words just to describe me, but if I could describe myself in 3 words, definitely creative, because I find myself doing a lot of creative things as far as like either digital art or actually art because I draw really good. So like just being creative. I'm very creative, definitely a very creative person. Very loyal. I stand on loyalty. Without loyalty you have nothing, and that's for anything, relationships, friendships, whatever. Without loyalty you have nothing. So loyalty is a big thing for me. So I'm creative, I'm loyal, and also I'm very outspoken. You know, once you get to know me and you really understand, you know, if you do something wrong, I'm gonna be the friend to be like, yo sis, like we gotta fix this, or we gotta do this, differently, or I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm not gonna hold back. Or if I feel like my mouth can get out of hand, which is most of the time, I kind of like hold back, but then I end up like, look, we have to address this because this cannot go on, you know, this way. So I'm very outspoken in certain situations. So creative, loyal, and outspoken. What makes you unique? What makes me unique is I'm not really the type to follow the crowd. I normally just do my own thing and people just gravitate to that. Not only that, I am a tall queen, so that kind of like sticks out the most. But just me being myself, me trying not to blend in with people, blend in with what society does, what the world does. I'm just my own person, my own boss. I feel like me being my own person is definitely like key, because you know, if I try to be anybody else, who's gonna be me? See, so we gotta be ourselves. Yeah, you can't sit here and try to follow what everybody else is doing. You know, we might try to do the trendiest thing. Nah, we're gonna be ourselves. We're gonna do what we gonna do and how we gonna do it respectfully. Are you a foodie? And what is your favorite snack? I definitely consider myself a foodie because number one, I love to cook. I love trying different things. I love eating different things, like things I haven't ate before. I have a few favorite snacks. I love cheese curls. I love, even though I'm not supposed to have it, but I love it. I like pineapples too, like as far as snacking on fruit. Pineapples or mangoes, strawberries, love them. If I was to choose one, pineapples. If you know, you know. Do you work out? If so, how often? Alright, don't clown me, y'all, because I'm supposed to create some type of like workout routine sometimes, like with my job and how I be feeling, like I'm just be worn out. I don't feel like doing all that after work, but it's necessary that we create some type of schedule as far as keeping our bodies right and our bodies healthy. So I definitely have to get on that. I call myself trying to say 3 days a week, maybe at the most, do like a 3 days a week type of thing. But if I can be honest with y'all, I haven't really like stuck to that. I'm gonna have to do that over. I'm gonna have to do that over. So, you know, I can definitely, you know, stick 2 to 3 days a week, like going to the gym, and like the rest of the days just doing something at home for like 30 minutes, like even turning on YouTube, doing like a work at home. Work at home, Lord. A workout at home, like the home workout videos and stuff that be on YouTube. I could definitely see myself doing that, you know, just something to do for 30 minutes to keep my body right, my mind right. Any skills you want to learn in 2023? Yes, I would definitely want to learn how to crochet and either making a scarf or a blanket, you know, something like that. Maybe I'll try like with the really like thick yarn and like do like a blanket. I saw a tutorial kind of like video on TikTok, so I'm gonna try that, and then I'm gonna do a video with y'all so that way y'all can see me try that. So that's gonna be like a little thing that we got going on. So we definitely gonna try that. We're gonna see how that works. We're gonna see if I got that down pat for sure. Do you wish people knew about you? This is a really good question. I wish people knew that I write poems a lot, but I don't know, I just be sometimes afraid to share it because I know it sounds dope in my head, but sometimes I just be like, I don't know. You know, like we get like kind of shy sometimes, like when we have like a really good piece, but it's just anxiety and nerves, just like, girl, sit down. So I wish people knew about me that I can write poems. Like I write, period. And then since I sing, you know, sometimes I call myself writing a song, or like if I hear a tune in my head, I'm like, oh my god, this is dope. So man, I wish people knew that I can write poems and songs. What are you most thankful for? I am most thankful for my ability to persevere. I feel like a lot of times in my life, I just feel like giving up. It could be any scenario, like as far as life, period. Like I just want to be like, you know, just the heck with it, with all of this. But you know, I always remind myself that it's more to life than what you see in front of you, because you haven't even touched, you know, the surface. You haven't even reached the level that God really has for you. That's God is saving just for you. You haven't even touched that yet. So if you keep going, you're going to get there. You're going to get there. But I feel like sometimes, you know, even not even just me, like in general, people, you know, once they see what's in front of them or they see what they're working with, like, okay, is this something I really want to do? Is this really going to benefit me in the long run? But at the same time, it's like, you have to keep going. You have to, or else you're going to constantly keep like reminding yourself of like, you know, it's going to be draining. In other words, it's going to be really draining if you don't keep pushing yourself to reach your full potential. Because if not, it's never going to work in your favor. It's not going to be in your, what's the word I want to use? It's not going to be on your side. It's not going to be something that you would want to happen, because it's not something that you're pushing towards. So I feel like perseverance is key. I thank God that I can push myself, even though I might not feel like it all the time. I still remind myself like, okay, we got to get this done, or we got to fix this, or we got to do something about it, because it's not going to get done by itself. And we got to keep pushing ourselves to like, you got this, Don't listen to everybody else, what they got to say. You got this. As long as you know you got this, you're good. You're good to go. What's the greatest struggle you've ever had to face? The greatest struggle I've ever had to face. Like I mentioned before, I sing. So I think the greatest struggle for me was like growing up. Didn't like always singing all the time because I would freeze, or you know, when I was a tiny tot, I used to cry. I used to be like, oh my God, like, because I would just be so nervous, just so overwhelmed in the moment. So I think a struggle for me was like overcoming that level of fear of singing in front of people. Now I could do it, no problem. But it's just like every now and then, you know, you get those nerves like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Especially if you have like a solo piece or, you know, whatever is going on. Every now and then you might get those like those flashbacks of like when you used to be like super nervous and now you all of a sudden feel like nervous and anxious, and you know, it's just a lot. But you know, the greatest struggle I've overcame as far as that is just reminding myself like once you're finished, it's done. You never have to look back. You know, sometimes we hear like just do it and get it over with. It might not be like a positive thing all the time, but for me it helps. It reminds me of like this is not something that you have to do if you don't want to do it. But as long as you are obedient to the initial call, then you're good. What does your average weekend look like? My average weekend, okay, so Saturdays are the days that I go to church. Of course, church, most of the time is an all-day thing, most of the time. So pretty much after that, you know, we're heading home. It's no like second stops, or it depends, but like Saturdays are definitely church days for me. Sundays might be like a chore day, or like if you want to hang out with friends or like go out with your family, something like that. But Sundays would pretty much be designated for that day to like do whatever that you want to do. Yeah, I just feel like weekends aren't long enough. It's just like as soon as the weekend comes, I'm like, okay, like it's here, but you gotta get right back to work again. And it's kind of like sometimes you just don't want to go back right away. So I just feel like weekends should be longer, and sometimes I found my weekends being like the same thing every weekend. So when I see that my weekends are like that, I try to do something that will change it up a bit. Like, I don't know, do something that I haven't did already or whatever. What was the worst advice you've ever received? And the best one. Okay, so start with the worst one. The worst advice I ever received was, I don't know if I should say that. I think the worst advice I ever received was from a friend. Well, a friend I used to have. They was like into a lot of stuff that I'm not really into, like heavy drug use and drinking and stuff like that. Like it was like, you know, it's not gonna hurt you that bad, you know, stuff like that. But I was never the type to do that anyway. But my friend was like, yeah, you know, it's not gonna hurt you. Look, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good for you. It's not good for your body. It's not good for your spirit, man. But you know, it's just not good for you as a person. It's just not. So that was probably the worst advice I ever received. Like one of my friends telling me like, oh, if you smoke this or if you do this, it's not gonna hurt you that bad, because it is. The best advice, would definitely be like the women in my family told me, you know, to value who you are as a woman, as a person, you know, and not letting a man try to tell you who you are, you know, just making sure that you are secure in who you are as a person and as a woman, as a Black woman, just really knowing who you are, not letting anybody else tell you anything different, and really valuing yourself, your mind, your soul, your spirit, and your body, and not giving yourself up to people that's not worthy of that prize. So that was the most valuable advice, the most beneficial advice I ever received. And I'm really thankful for the women in my life who teach me those key like nuggets, those key gems that I really can hold on to for the rest of my life, because now I know like I would never let anybody tell me who I am anymore. So that was a good one. That was a good one. Next question. What are your goals and visions for this year? for the new year this year. 2023, I definitely want to see myself expanding my horizons. Like, I just want to do other things that I haven't done already. Like, I'm 22 and it's a lot of things I haven't even did that are positive things that I haven't got a chance to do for whatever reason, or just was afraid to do. Like, I just want to just burst out of that box that I kind of put myself in. Just want to do things that I haven't done before that I know that I would love to do. And also, like, I can definitely see myself, because I'm definitely into like hair and like beauty stuff. So like, as far as hair, I would definitely want to, you know, start like a wig line eventually. Like, you know, just to do something outside of work, school, church, you know, something that is positive to me, something that I'm actually, you know, I would actually be proud to produce my own self. And not only that, I would be passionate about it, because there's a lot of people out here that have businesses, y'all, and they're not passionate about it, and that's why they're not lasting as long. Because number one, your business has to be something that you actually do. It has to be something that you can actually not only financially benefit from, because of course you're going to get the money, of course, but it's nothing like the emotional gain and the mental gain that you get from that. Like, you're smarter about things, you think about things a whole different way. You know, the passion that you have for that specific thing, it grows because you can see different ways that you can do it now. Like, it's not always like pinpointed on that specific thing, so you can think about it, but then as your passion grows, you know, your mind stretches and you can think about things in a whole different way. So me owning my own business, my own, you know, wig line, if I ever decide to do that, for sure, it would not only be good for the money, good for the account for sure, not only that, but it'll be fun to do. It's something fun that I would love doing, because it's just fun to see other people smile because of something that I made them, you know. Yeah, I could definitely see myself being in the process of doing that this year. If I definitely want to do it, I know I do want to do it, but I don't want to, you know, jinx it. But if it's in God's will, then it will definitely happen for sure. All right, guys, so this was fun. I hope you guys learned just a little bit about me, a little bit about who I am as a person, and I hope to do more of these kind of like personal, like, even though I can't see you guys can see me, but I can definitely feel the energy. I am excited to finally, you know, post this get to know me type of video, because I should have did this first and then the birthday vlog, but we're here and we're here and we're gonna keep going. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content to come. I thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.